Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am Jeff GrantMEDIA, and today's a real user review. We're going to be talking about the Wellen garment dyed chore coat. Huckberry did send me the Wellen garment dyed chore coat for free for review, but all of the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with Huckberry prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now, if you're unfamiliar, Wellen is one of the house brands of Huckberry, meaning that they own, manufacture, and sell it. So this is a Huckberry-owned brand. Even so, I feel that Wellen is a brand that can stand out on its own. Now, chore coat, that's a term you may have heard, you may not have heard. Chore coat, barn coat, utility jacket, utility coat, they all generally refer to the same basic style of coat. One thing I will say is this is a coat, not a jacket. A jacket is waist length, a coat is 3/4 length. So the chore coat actually originates in France from the late 19th century, but then it was called the work coat. This was like your working class coat. This is what generally every working class blue collar worker would wear, something similar to this. There are many different styles with different pockets, but essentially this is the style that the coat would follow. You would have some larger dump pockets, you would have a chest pocket or two, some of them would have a newspaper pocket, a pencil pocket for carpenters, so they would vary slightly, but they're all going to have the same basic look and the same basic shape to it. Now, the Wellen garment dyed chore coat comes in at $198 USD. It is available in French blue, natural, and Tabala green. So of course I had to go with French blue because this is the classic color of the chore coat. There were some black ones around, but generally like a blue colorway, a blue tone. This was very famous in France back in that time. The chore coat is made from 9.6 ounces of 100% organic cotton. Just like the namesake, this is pigment dyed. It features Corzo nut buttons and is made in Indonesia. Now, fit, feel, and finish of this jacket. I am 5'9", 175 to 180 pounds, and I am wearing a size medium in the Wellen chore coat. Now, the chore coat, the shape of it is a very boxy, square shape of a jacket. So you do have quite a bit of room underneath for layering if you're cool. This is only a 9.6 ounce, so it is pretty thin. So this is a jacket that you'd probably wear like early fall, maybe like springtime, if you were just wearing this casual. If you're working in it, you'd probably wear it a lot more, a lot different temperature ranges, but it is a little bit square, so there is plenty of room underneath, both for working, so you have a full range of motion if you're doing any physical labor, and in the more modern times, it allows you to layer underneath. Now, I've basically been wearing chore coats the past month and a half, maybe a little bit more. I've been filtering between this chore coat and another chore coat, and I like the overall aesthetics. I love the way chore coats look. This one I did not like work in, do like any kind of projects around the house. My other one I did do that in. But one thing I realized after wearing both of the chore coats, and the Wellen excels at this, this is like the ultimate dad coat. I have so many pockets that I was just continuously handed random things to hold when we were out and about, and Hazel or my wife would just fill the pockets up with so much stuff that having the Wellen chore coat was like a godsend when I was out with the family. I've worn this to work, I've worn this on day trips, I've worn this to, I've lost count of how many children's birthday parties now in the past several months, and this has been the ultimate jacket coat for me to wear to any of those occasions if there was more than just myself involved, because I am the pack mule of the family. So if I do not have a backpack, this coat was the perfect alternative because it had so many pockets that I could just hold everything. Another huge positive with the Wellen I found out over other chore coats was that in addition to having dump pockets, it actually still has hand warmer pockets below them. So when I'm standing around, I still have a place to stick my paws if they get a little chilly, or if I just have nothing to do with my hands. And out of the two chore coats, both worked really well as dad coats, but the Wellen really excelled because of the way the pockets are set up on this. It was just a godsend to have this. And again, I wanted a chore coat because I like the overall aesthetic, I like the look, I like the style of it. And then I found out that this is such an incredibly utilitarian coat if you have little ones running around, because if you're a dad, you are also the pack mule of your family. So having the Wellen chore coat gave me so many places to stick all of the stuff that I of course had to carry once we left the house. So the ultimate dad jacket is the Wellen garment dyed chore coat. I love this thing. It looks good, but it also works really well as a dad coat. Now, let's move into the finish of it. Now, the coat itself has this like textured look to it, and if you rub your hand across it, you can feel a little bit of the ridges in the fabric. But overall, it is a very smooth fabric, but it does give it a very nice aesthetic look to it. Also, on the front of the dump pockets, we do have a little bit of stitching to give it a little bit of a more ornate look. And these Corzo nut buttons, they just look really good and they feel really good in the hand. So overall, the fit, feel, and finish of this jacket is really, really nice. It fits well. It's a little bit boxier cut. So if you want to layer a few things underneath it, I can wear a sweatshirt underneath this. I can wear a heavier flannel underneath this. And if I'm actually working in this, I have plenty of room. I have a complete range of motion. But not everything is perfect. So I would change one thing about this coat, and honestly, it's probably more of a personal preference than anything else. And it might be because of the Flint and Tinder wax trucker jacket. I would put this pocket flap on the left chest over this pocket, and I think that's because of the wax trucker. It only has one pocket flap on the left chest, and I personally do tend to use the left chest pocket a little bit more often. I usually throw my earbuds in here, so I would like to have the pocket flap over here so I could secure it, because I'm right-handed, so I generally grab with my right hand, so I would like to have my earbuds secured in my left chest pocket instead of the right. But aesthetically, I really think it goes back to really loving and wearing the hell out of the Flint and Tinder wax trucker, because it has one single chest pocket with the flap on the left chest. So it's probably more of a personal preference, but for someone that's right-handed, I do access the left side with my right hand more often, so I would like to secure my earbuds. And that's honestly the only thing I would change with this jacket. But other than that, I feel like I should be in the 1948 French film, The Bicycle Thief. I probably need to get a little bit wider slack pant and maybe trade in my mock toes for a more service style looking boot. But he's a blue collar guy, he wears a chore coat, and his bicycle gets stolen. Spoiler alert, he then steals a bicycle back. The bicycle thief, or thieves, I forget the exact English translation because it is a French film, but I feel like I would fit right into that movie wearing the chore coat. I also, on occasion, depending upon what I'm wearing, I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror, maybe when I'm walking in and out of the restroom, and I feel like I should be a 7th grade shop teacher, because the jacket just works in that setting and it looks like something my 7th grade shop teacher would wear. But I love it. I absolutely love it. Totally utilitarian as a dad jacket. Best dad coat that I have worn to date. All of these pockets are easily accessible, and even Miss Hazel Fantastic can just load me up, stick things in them, and get things out of the pockets when she needs, because, yeah, wives and little daughters, they don't carry their own stuff when you're out and about. The dad does that. That's my job. And this jacket not only looks good, it functions really, really well as a dad coat, something that I did not envision when I got it. It was just, I like the look of the chore coat. I wanted to try the chore coat. I got the chore coat, especially in the French blue colorway, but it ended up also being incredibly utilitarian for me. So I think it looks good on me. It fits me really well. I have a full range of motion, and I can carry everything when we're out and about in the city, at a kid's birthday party, getting groceries, running errands, day trips. You name it, I've done it. At work, I've also used this in the studio at work. I'm throwing lavalier mics and microphone batteries and camera batteries in all the different pockets, and I have everything. And I could still stick my hands in the hand warmer pockets, because I really love the fact that it has dump pockets and hand warmer pockets. So if you're looking at the Wellen garment dyed chore coat, I say go for it. This thing is great. It's a little bit lighter weight, so right now it's like mid-spring, so we're having cooler mornings and warmer afternoons, so this is the perfect weight coat to throw on when I'm going to work, and then I can just sling it over my shoulder when it's about 70 degrees heading home for the day, and I can stroll right on out to my car, and it works really, really well in every setting I've thrown at it. It feels really good, and once more, I think this is the ultimate dad coat. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications next time I post a brand new video. Good night.